Welcome back, and we are in the world of marketing, the most interesting in the field of management. The other mix element which I want to discuss here is the promotions mix. It's all about how you communicate about your products and services to the customers. Advertising, and you can also look at methods such as sales promotions, and even aspects such as viral marketing that are here nowadays. I'll be talking about them more in detail later. And apart from these, direct marketing and even publicity and PR, or what we call publicity recognition. So these aspects come under communications mix or the marketing promotions mix. And even we have to talk about aspects such as personal selling. They are one-to-one. Companies like Oriflame, Revlon, through their agents, they carry out one-to-one marketing. And most importantly, companies like Tag Heuer, they identified that the most suitable one for them is advertising. Remember, a company would not be able to do all the promotion mix elements that are available. However, whatever is suitable, they should carry out. Before I move in fact, I will be talking a little bit more in detail about communications mix in the upcoming slides. Let's talk a little bit about branding. Now, what is a brand? A brand is something that recognizes or differentiates one company and its products from another. Red Bull, it gives you wings. The slogan, the design of the Red Bull can, the colors, the logo, all these things would give a recognition to it. So this is what we call branding. And companies must pay conscious effort to branding and make sure their brands are clearly secured and their brands are clearly differentiated, because that's what gives them the edge. Customers don't buy a product, they buy the brand. So make sure that you do your branding properly, and through branding you can definitely maybe even charge higher prices, like how Benz charges a higher price over Hyundai. And also you could have a situation where customers link with you more closely because customers associate themselves with the brand. And further, you sometimes, once your branding is done, you have to move on to rebranding. And what do we mean by rebranding is that you have to change your brand over a time period sometimes. But sometimes it may come suddenly as well. If you take certain companies like Coca-Cola, their slogans have moved from refreshingly Coke to open happiness to the famous brr that we have today. Apart from that, it also has changed some of its logos and the colors and the appearances. So all these things are what we call rebranding. But sometimes it may come suddenly. For example, Hero Honda, the famous Honda company in India that was created with a venture with Hero Motors. With Honda moving away, now this company, Hero Motors, has to go through a rebranding phase, and it's called Hero, a new logo, a new look, and with a new tagline saying Hum mein hai hero, meaning yes, there is a hero in me. This is what we call rebranding. So companies from time to time, due to various situations, they have to rebrand, and at that point they need to check what does outside people think about our brand, what would they want our brand to be, let's adjust according to that. So this is what we call branding and rebranding. Another key element in marketing that I wish to discuss is actually not-for-profit marketing. Now, marketing concepts and techniques are used not only by commercial companies but also by charities, public departments for their research work, and even NGOs. For example, Save the Children, Red Cross. All these use marketing, promotions, research. All these techniques are used by them. And also, a part of marketing calls about social marketing, and that's where you do good to society through your marketing efforts. In other words, you do your business operations in such a way where when consumers buy your products, they are in fact helping poor societies as well. For example, Starbucks customers know that when they buy Starbucks, they are also helping poor villagers and poor farmers in Brazil. And also Nestle, through their operations in India, are helping millions of rural families by making them providers of milk for the operations. And that is corporate social marketing. And social marketing can also be where governments use marketing in order to promote certain messages, such as messages used by the Sri Lankan government to keep your environment at your home clean to prevent the menacing dengue mosquito. In this new age, the digital age, or what we call the age of YouTube and Facebook, in fact, after the Egyptian revolution, a new child that was born in the recent days after the revolution in Egypt was called Facebook, for your information. So this is the age we are living in, the age of YouTube and Facebook. In this age, marketing promotions need to change. Today we have social media marketing, where We rely a lot on YouTube, Facebook, Flickr, Photobucket, and all these top Web 2.0 or social media companies. For example, Ford, when they launched their Ford Fiesta in 2009, they only relied mainly on, I would say up to about 95% of their marketing efforts were relied upon social networks. They gave their vehicles to 100 bloggers who drove them, put about 10,000 videos on YouTube, put about 100,000 pictures on Facebook, and which in return created a particular publicity covering about almost 1 billion people in terms of worldwide social media coverage for that new Ford Fiesta vehicle. So that shows the power of social media marketing, and big companies too, mind you, are using this. Product placement in movies is another concept. I'm sure many of you would have watched Transformers 3. Did you notice by any chance as to what laptops were being mainly used? If you were a keen follower like me, you would notice that in fact most of the computers and technical equipment, technology equipment shown were in fact Lenovo. Is it a coincidence? Not at all. Lenovo paid large amount of money for that movie, for their vehicle, for their products such as laptops to be placed in the movie, which suddenly turns and transforms into robots. And also another key technique that we need to discuss here is guerrilla marketing, using low budget, cost effective tactics to overcome the market competition and promote their products effectively. Even in Sri Lanka there are some famous examples of guerrilla tactics being used, low cost effective methods used for marketing of products such as the Reborn t-shirt case. And globally, if you check X, in a recent particular competition that they had in UK, it was a females race, it was only females taking part. As the race started, from somewhere ahead of that race, some man jumped in and he took a can of Axe perfume, sprayed all over him, and he started running. And to anybody looking from far away, it looks like all those thousands of female participants of the race are running behind this one man. And that goes in the with the tagline of X that says, turns nice girls naughty. So this is clearly an example of how, you know, new age promotion methods are coming up, and they are being used by large organizations as well. 4 key areas that I wish to discuss further with regard to marketing is research, segmentation, targeting, and positioning, RSTP. Research refers to doing a detailed study about the market. Segmentation is where you divide the market based on different criteria, because no product can be everything to everybody. You need to divide the market based on their needs using variables such as gender, using variables such as income level. You need to divide the market, and then you need to target some of those segments. Are we going to provide a product to the female market, or are we going to provide a product to the men's market? Is this a product for the high income holders? You need to target properly. And once you have targeted your product, then you need to position your product in that particular market segment in an effective way. Let's take 2 examples quickly. One, a global luxury brand, and the other one, a famous female bike brand. Lexus, the global luxury vehicle giant, an arm of Toyota. They did a detailed research to identify what do customers want from a vehicle. And then once the research was done, they identified, okay, there are different segments in this vehicle market, and one way to divide it is based on income, low income and high income. And they targeted the high income market with the Lexus brand. And in fact, then came the positioning. They went with the positioning of being a car that provides luxury not only inside the car but also outside the car. For example, if you are a Lexus owner in US and you have a trouble with it, you just have to take it to a Lexus dealer, and that Lexus dealer will actually do the necessary problems for you. And sometimes as a Lexus owner, you don't have to take it to the dealer even. You can take it to the repair center straight away, talk to an engineer, and then while your vehicle is being repaired, mind you, you'll be provided with a luxury lounge with the finest of exotic beverages and food just to relax and enjoy yourself. So they position Lexus as a brand within the targeted high income segment as a brand or a product that gives luxury not only inside the car but also outside the car. A perfect example for RSTP. I'd like you to pay more focus on this because it is an area that could be tested very easily. Research, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Even TVS Scooty of India is another perfect example for this. They did the research about the bike market, segmented the market based on female and male. Only 15% of the total population of bike riders were female, yet they targeted that female segment, and in that segment they positioned their brand as a brand that empowers females. For example, the ads show about how a village girl rides a TVS scooty bike and comes up to the medical college to empower herself. They further went on and identified that a lot of female bike riders in India were not taught how to ride the bike by their family members, because they want the feminine members or the female members of the family to stay at home. They launched with very silent publicity, or with almost no publicity at all. They launched riding schools to help female bike riders to move into learning the bike. And then they position effectively. We'll talk more about these marketing concepts after the break. Don't go away.